Hi everyone. I've been playing around on my little art table here for the past little while, because I want to recreate Glitzy Glam paint. Little disclaimer: I love Tattered Angels. I've got a ton of their product, but I thought, with the paints that I have and the mediums that I have and the glitter that I already have, I can create my own paint. So I'm going to show you real quick how you can do that yourself. I've made two prior in little baby food jars. I made a black one to test it out, and I also made purple. And the purple kind of turned out nice. If you see, the black on it is actually my fingerprints because I had black paint on from the next flower, but just as sparkly. The glitter's not going to rub off. It's stuck on there. The black didn't have as much sparkle because, I was still in my test kitchen here. You can still see the sparkle, but wasn't as much, so I had to add a little bit more in. The glitter I'm using, I had two kinds. For the purple, I actually used just this stuff that Laurel sent me, and she said she got it at the dollar store, so you don't have to use expensive glitter. For the next two that I'm going to do live with you, I'm going to use, this is Stampington Station, I want to say. It's pretty old. I don't even know if that company is open anymore, but I thought it had bigger particles, so I'm going to be using those for my red and blue the next time. When I did the purple, what I used was Basics, Liquitex Basics paint. And I like Liquitex Basics paint for journaling and the things I do, but if you look at the bottle, it's kind of opaque. I mean, you can see where the glitter is, but I find that it's more chalky. It has more fillers in it. So we're going to use, when I did the black, I used the Carbon Black Golden Acrylic from the basic set. So for the next blue and pink, or quinacridone magenta, we're going to use some golden. These are heavy body acrylics. All of these ones come in the starter set. This jar already has some water in it. Alright, so what you're going to do is put a little bit of paint, and it depends how bright you want it. This is how much I'm going to do for this one. You're looking at maybe a quarter size, maybe a little bit less. Maybe I'll add a tiny bit more. It depends on how bright you're going to want your mixture to be in the end. I'm also using Phthalo Blue, green shade, which also comes in the starter kit. And I'm going to put that in this other jar. We're going to kind of mix two at the same time here. About the same. Oh, there was already some water in there, but so the recipe is not exact. You can make it exact if you want, but this is a paint. It's a one-off. You'll probably never get the same type of color again. So even if you try to measure it, so I don't worry about that too much. So you're going to take, this is golden acrylic glazing liquid. This is in satin. I don't think it really matters on what. Oh, my cat's playing with the piece of paper over there. It doesn't matter which, if you got satin, you got matte, you got gloss. I don't think I would choose matte because you do want it to be a little bit shiny, but satin's kind of in between the matte and gloss, so that's good. Anise. So anyways, why you need the gloss glazing medium is a binder for the glitter. If you were to just put paint and water, the glitter would kind of float around. It doesn't bind it. This is what's going to hold it to the flower, to the paint, so that it doesn't rub off. So very important at this glazing liquid. And if you've been watching my Ustreams or any of my some of my videos, I talk about the glazing liquid quite a bit. It extends the life of your paint. Cameraman's having the shakes over here. Alright, sorry about that. So what we're going to do, I take a little popsicle stick and I'm going to mix it up. I think it's a bag that she's playing with. But anyways. So I mix that first. I'll just dab it off. I'm going to go over to the blue side. Now I didn't really show you on the magenta because I was worried about the camera shaking here, how much glazing liquid to put in. But you want to cover the bottom with glazing liquid. So I would say if you've got 1 part paint, you're using about 4 parts glazing liquid. And like I said, the glazing liquid's a binder, so it's very important. And it's not expensive. This whole bottle is like $7. So it's not not a big time expense or anything. So I'll just mix this and this blue. I mean, this blue and this magenta are just gorgeous, gorgeous. I mean, look how rich that is. Colors. And the glazing liquid, it may look milky, but it doesn't, you know, it doesn't turn it milky in the end. So mix that up really quick. So now I got the magenta and I got the blue, and it's obviously because I was mixing it, it was higher than that. And now you're going to add your glitter. You want to add your glitter before the water so that the glitter kind of disperses throughout the paint. Don't be scared when you first put the glitter in to say, oh my gosh, I don't see it. And I'm using half this bottle. You know what? Because I like it sparkly. And why not, right? If you're the true Glitzy Glam by Tattered Angels is very, very sparkly, has a lot of glitter in it, so go nuts. And then you may get worried at this point. You'll see the paint and you'll be like, oh my goodness, I don't see any of the glitter, but it's there. And when you add the water, you'll see it even more. So mix that up a bit. And then on this side I have red going into the magenta, so the same thing. I'm going to put about half of this in, which I would say is about almost a teaspoon. You can add as much glitter as little glitter as you want, but I'm going to go all out because, you know, I'm going to use the paint. I can always buy more glitter. Glitter is pretty cheap. So I'll mix that in. This one, this is just a palette knife that I'm using to mix it up. So I got paint in both jars. It's looking like my red needs a little bit more glazing liquid compared to the blue because I was talking. So again, not exact science. You just want at least 5 parts glazing liquid to paint. And then you're going to add about 10 parts water. And the water is going to thin it down. If you look at my palette knife already, you can see how sparkly that already is. So I'm trying to do this fast, so normally I wouldn't have, I wouldn't be creating such a mess. So I got a cup here. I'm going to fill it up. So if this jar, I'm thinking I have a bit less than a quarter, and I'm going to fill it almost all the way up. So maybe we're talking 5 parts water, but and then just mix it. At this point, I mix it like this. Or, let's see how much time is left. Sorry. Alright, got 2 minutes to quickly show you this and then spread stuff all over myself. You can mix it up like that, which I like to do, or you can put the lid back on. You can use little mason jars rather than baby food containers. They probably seal a little bit better. These are the only things that I could get my hands on right at this point. So. Now, my lids. The bad news is I don't know where my lids are. I'm thinking the lids are left over there. Yes, I can see them. Alright. So, normally, I would take my lids and shake it up. You know, to put your lid on there, shake it up really well. Just like you would do every time, you would have to do every time you use it. Before every time you use it going forward. I'm going to take a paintbrush and I'm going to paint my flowers. So I'm going to make sure that this is mixed pretty well, the blue especially. The red is looking like I need to shake it. The blue's looking like I can use it. So the glitter does somewhat go to the bottom, just like the other stuff. Now, this stuff, because you put a lot of water in it, it does sink in, right? It is paint, so it does sink into whatever you're painting. So just keep a heads up for that. My cat thinks, excuse me, my cat thinks it's playtime over here. So, and it is on my desk, but not for her. So it looks pretty dark. And then obviously when you heat set it, it's going to go a lot. It's going to lighten up a little bit when you take it out. I'm going to quickly heat it. Anyways, I'm gonna lose some time here, but hope you try it. Let me know how